In today's video, we are going to be going over the Make a Cake collab inside of Roblox's Tower Heroes. It's been such a fun collab. I haven't played it a lot so far, but I've had enough time under my belt to say it is super fun, so let's go ahead and give it a review. Alright, today we are back inside of Roblox Tower Heroes. It's been a little bit since I've played, and look at what we have here. We have a completely new lobby refresh inside of here to match the theme of Make a Cake. Look at how cool this is. Even the pillows, or the blocks I should say, that float around turn to cakes. That is so cool. And we even have a portal back here at the very back, which takes us to the Make a Cake game. We have some towers and heroes right here on the wall that replace the ones that we had before. These are the Make a Cake looking towers. In fact, each one of these is a skin, which we will get to in a moment for your towers. Even if we look outside, we can see some of the surrounding area that looks just like the Make a Cake map. So already I love this new lobby, but in top of that, we also have a brand new map that we can go ahead and check out to play as well, called the Cake Factory. So this is what the brand new map looks like when you are inside of the game. It's a very unique map, not only in the way that it is laid out to make it look like nearly exactly like the Make a Cake lobby, but it also has some unique features to it as well, like this little guy right here that either buffs the enemies or like summoners that walk across this path, or you have this guy right here that smushes enemies. Along with that, we also have these little siren panel doors right here. I don't know what you want to call them, but they either give buffs or something like that to your enemies. Both of these do, or they apply just a random effect that makes them look goofy. I'm not sure. It does either one of those sometimes. So a very unique map in the sense of that they don't just walk across and nothing happens to the enemies. It's definitely a hard map even to beat on easy mode solo. However, I did figure out a strategy to be able to do it. All you need is Bunny, Beatrice, Spectre, Balloon Pal, and oddport to be able to do it. I'm sorry, not oddport, Lemonade Cap. We even have the giant noob over here, which these characters can come and walk into. They see the enemy spawn here from the furnace and then walk all the way into the mouth of the giant noob. Okay, so we're back now in the Make a Cake lobby. I'm sorry, the Tower Heroes lobby. I'm sorry, it just keeps looking so much like Make a Cake in here. Let's go over to the right panel right here. We have the event panel right here, which shows all the things that we can do. As we can see down here in the bottom left, we have play the map right here. We also have a button that teleports us to Make a Cake, and right down here it shows us what the rewards we will get for each one of these is. So if we beat this map on easy, we're going to get this skin. This is a skin for Voca right here. If we defeat it on medium, we're going to get this Cake Monster Branch skin right here, and then finally we're going to get the Make a Cake Factory skin for Oddport if we defeat it on hard. I'll show you guys these in just a moment, but let's talk about these badges up here, which you actually earn inside of Make a Cake. Starting with this one right here, or when we go into Make a Cake, all we have to do is make a cake requested by one of the heroes, which is hidden around the map. If you go down to your panel, which is right about, it's going to be somewhere down here, which is going to have a little mana symbol right here. It will show you all of the things about each tower, what they want, what cake they desire, and stuff like that. And by doing that, you get this little sticker right up here in the top corner. By doing the medium one, which is getting 500 mana inside of the game, by getting 500 mana within the game, you also will be able and get this guy right here. And if you feed all of the towers and get them up to level 10, you have to feed each one of these towers showed on this badge right here 10 cakes inside of the game. Hence, if you use one of the dump trucks inside of the game, it helps. You will not only get this cake skin right here wherever it's at, and by completing the hard badge, if you get that, you'll earn this skin right here. This is Cake. This basically converts every single tower to look like this basically right here. They have it displayed right now on this picture in the Balloon Pal, but you can indeed, I have confirmed this, that you can put it on every single skin. I do have this and I have tried it. You're also going to get some cool modifiers for that one as well, such as you're going to be able to get the giant noob as a boss right here. This is the giant noob, and this is quite a fun boss to defeat. It's probably medium-ish. I mean, I tried it on hard, so it's not the most hard boss in the game, but it's not super easy either. So definitely a cool thing to add to your collection of modifiers. But then of course in the part 2 of this event, which was just added a couple of days back, we have the Cake Challenge right here. This is a special one. You have to complete all 3 of the previous badges in order to try and defeat all of the slimes and the heroes in the interdimensional portal, which is in the garage inside of Make Cake. You can talk to Ikosh right here. This is the guy. This is Ikosh right here on the badge. You can talk to him when you first spawn in the game, and he kind of gives you some direction to go toward the garage, but all you have to do is unlock these, and then the rest is pretty much self-explanatory if you walk inside that portal. If you're still a little bit confused, just look it up on YouTube, the part 2 event. There are plenty of YouTubers who have already done videos on this, and I'm not going to bother showing you guys right now. But if you do have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But for now, let's go ahead and hop into a server so that we can go ahead and see what these skins look like in person. I forgot to mention as well, before we go ahead and look at those skins, there are also some buffs and some nerfs added to a lot of the towers inside of this game. I'm not going to go over all of those. You'll probably be able to see them for yourself when you get into the game if you've been playing this for a while. But if not, you can go ahead and head over to the wiki. Just look up Tower Heroes Wiki on one of your search engines and it will certainly pull it up, and you can go ahead and scroll down. You can select a certain tower and you can scroll down and see when it was last updated, and you can see if it got buffed or nerfed if you're really into the game like that. Hey my friend, if nobody has told you yet today, you are seen, you are known, and you are loved by both God and by me. And if you are enjoying this video so far, please make sure to give it a like and even consider subscribing to our YouTube channel if you like Tower Heroes content. We have much more of it coming out your way. You can go ahead and join our Roblox fan group, which is down in the description, and from there you can go ahead and buy yourself some of our Roblox official merchandise. Only 7 Robux. Make sure you go and check that out if you'd like to help support the channel. But for now, let's go ahead and get back into the Make a Cake review inside of Tower Heroes. So when we come and look at the tower that we can get, or the skin for easy mode when you beat this map, we have a skin for Voka right here that is called the Chef, or maybe it's the Manager, I can't remember. Anyway, this is what it looks like. This is every single level. Starting off down here at level 1, we have the Chef. Number 2 is Richard, which is one of the bosses, one of the mini bosses inside of this game. Then we have the Assistant right here. We have the Girl Assistant right here, and then finally we have the Manager, another mini boss. And this time when they actually fire cakes onto the enemies. Let's see if we can see one come down. Yeah, just like that. So instead of there being a firework, there's actually cake slices that come and take down the enemies, which is super cool. So that's what you get when you beat this map on easy mode. However, when you beat it on medium mode, the reward you're going to get is the Cake Monster skin for Branch. I cannot begin to express how much I love this skin. Look at this right here. Like, isn't that just the cutest little Branch skin you've ever seen? Rain does pretty good, but I really love this skin. This is definitely one that's going to be staying on my Branch for a long time. We start down here at level 1 with just some batter. We start climbing up to level 2 right here to have a baby cake. We have just a regular cake right here. Then we have the Cake Monster right here, and finally we have this bad boy right here, this like cake person at the very end. But I think possibly one of my favorite things about this skin is the fact that actually when it starts to attack, it uses candles instead of branches to be able to attack the enemies. Is that not the coolest thing? Next up for this map, we have what you get when you defeat the boss on hard mode here on the Make a Cake map. We have possibly my favorite oddport skin to ever touch the face of this earth. This is the Make a Cake skin for oddport. Starting down here at level 1, we have ourselves just a standard worker right here, along with a basic Make a Cake facility. Next we get to the level 2, which includes Gertrude down here. She's not my favorite character, but I mean, I love the rest of it besides that. Anyway, we have this little pipe that comes down here on this one, and we also have these 2 additional smokestacks right here. At level 3, we gain the Chef right up here. Super cool. And then those smokestacks I was just talking about earlier actually are making smoke now. And I believe we also have, we have an additional side that pops up over here on the right. At level 4, our friend the Scientist joins us from Make a Cake, and also the facility gets a little bit of an upgrade with a flag added to the back. We also have this little funnel right up here at the top. Super cool. And then last but not least, we have level 5, where Caroline joins us right up here. She is the last piece to this addition. And we also have some grass growing right here on the sides, or like fire grass. I'm not sure entirely what this is, but I'm pretty sure this has to be one of the coolest skins for oddport that I have seen so far. Definitely going to be using this one for quite a while. And if we look right over here, we have an example of level 1 oddport right here, level 2, and level 4 actually right here. And then here's level 3 right here. I went ahead and spawned some many enemies right here. This is the level 5 oddport, and this is what it does to it right here. We have the Scientist shooting some little laser eyes right here at it. Gertrude here throws some flour right here, just like she does when she spawns as a mini boss. And the chef throws a piece of cake instead of using just the little chips like Chip does. Doesn't look like they'll be able to take out our eggs, but as you can see right there, there was some cake that he just threw, but that's okay. It's sandbox mode. We're still gonna live anyway. And last but not least, inside of the Make a Cake collab, we have the cake skin right here. And I just discovered today actually that this skin goes on every single tower. It's not designed just for one. So this is what we have, and it's on Stella right now. Basically, it just does every tower in the game to make it look like it's been covered in cake or ran through like the cake thing, the conveyor inside of Make a Cake. If you play Make a Cake, this makes total sense to you, I'm sure. But look at how the cake changes every single time. It's a cool touch, I think, on there. It's a little weird sometimes when you put it on some towers, but I think for ones like Stella, it kind of works. What I'd really like to see though is, does it actually affect the drawings? Do the drawings turn to cake as well? So let's go ahead and spawn a boss. Let's go with maybe a couple elite bees. Let's see if that's going to be the case. And no, it does not. They just stay their standard ones. I'll definitely be throwing the tutorial skin back onto Stella, but for now, this is definitely a super cool effect to put on any of your towers that you'd like to actually. All right, so we're gonna summon all three of the bosses so you guys can see what those look like, but I have been playing around with some of the stats on these, and yeah, they might be a little bit better than before. So we're gonna have some fun here seeing how all of this works. So let's go ahead and spawn our first boss right over here. All right, here comes the Cakeosaurus Rex, and yes, look at that thing. It's just going down and down and down, and then of course, boom, it's gone just like that. It didn't even get a chance to run. I do have this one as a follower, which I'm sure you guys have seen. Now let's go with the medium one right here. It's a little bit bigger and it looks a little bit cooler in my opinion, but wow, look at that. All my towers are taking it down just like that, and it's starting to run, but it can't get away. Okay, now we're going to go with actually two hard bosses right here, and look at this Cakeosaurus Rex right here. It's the biggest out of all of them, and it's a chocolate cake with some strawberry icing. It's starting to run, and they did indeed get it. Let's see if they could get this one as well. Oh yeah, just like that, it's gone. You gotta love sandbox mode. So while we're here, let's go ahead and bring up the fact that we now have a Make a Cake section of enemy followers as well. These are all of the characters seen in the Make a Cake event, and if we go over here, we actually can discover that a lot of these are actually free. And also there are some of these like the Giant Noob, Icos, Mr. Sam, and the Benster right here, which are actually ones that you get by either filling in codes, or you can defeat them, or sorry, not defeat them, you can get them by completing the badges, which we were talking about earlier. The Giant Noob actually has some different versions of it, so whichever one you like best, you can equip if you'd like. However, there are some of them like the Cupcake and the Baby Cake right here, which do cost you coins, but there are a good many that are actually free. So we can see we have some of the Blorbs right here, which are some new enemies. We have the Cake Slice, the Cupcake, the Cake Bat, the Burr Baby Cakes. We have all of our different Rex, Cakeosaurus Rexes right here. We even have the Cake Pop Man. This is a super cool one, which I'm sure many of you will want. And like I just mentioned before, we also have Icos, Mr. Sam, the Benster, the Giant Noob, Junior, Bill, the Manager, Chef. We have a whole bunch of these. Let me know down in the comments below which one of these is your favorite, and what's your favorite part of this Make a Cake event. There's so many fun things about it. But until next time, I'll plan to see you guys in the next Tower Heroes video.